What's up, everyone? Good Tuesday evening. I think we're Tuesday. Shit, I don't even know. Welcome to Tuesday evening. My apologies. I'm a bit under the weather myself. Woke up like this morning. And talked to Bam. Bam's going to be with us in just a minute. His day started a little rough. I could hear him cursing already. This morning, I had this ringing in my ear. And I knew he was cursing somebody out. I just knew it. So, and then sure enough, he called me a little bit later that he told me what the story was. So, we'll hear from him in a minute. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, he's still kicking. It's going to take more than this to keep him down. And I gave him the option. I said, you don't have to go online if you don't feel up to it, right? And but he's like, no, I'll go on for a little bit. It'll be a few minutes. So I'm assuming he shouldn't laugh. So I'm going to try not to try to keep this a serious show, because I don't want him to start bleeding, shit, pass out online, live, whatever. That would make for a horrible live program. Actually, it'd be a good one, but we don't want him to pass out, right? So, no hard laughing. He already had dinner. He had some soup. He's got to eat. Well, the doctor said eat whatever you want, just don't nothing spicy. Because I imagine that messes with you get a runny nose because it's spicy and all that, and they don't want his nose more. They don't want more junk in there than what's already in there right now. But he'll tell us what it's like. Yeah, so his surgery was delayed like an hour this morning. So it was supposed to be at 11:45, and I don't think they took him back till about 12:45. At least that's the last that I heard from him. And then, hey, look who's there.
Hello.
What's up?
Oh, I'm here. I'm up. I'm moving. I got a headache from hell.
Yeah, how you feeling right now?
Well, if I had to put a percentage on it, I feel like I'm probably a 30%.
30%. Here, let's take a look at that mug. Well, it doesn't look much different. I mean, you're a little swollen and
it's a little swollen. Motherfucker, that thing's like 10 times the size it normally is.
Your schnoz is a little swollen, yeah. But what do you expect? They're going to they're putting tools and crap up there, so. So what do you got? They give you a nose ring too, or what? What is that?
That's stitches. Yeah, that's stitches.
See,
stitches get stitches.
I was thinking the worst. Like if you were gonna, I don't know. I pictured black and blue in the face and tape here and tape here, and kind of like Vanessa-ish.
That's what I figured I was going to look like too. I figured I was going to look like fucking Vanessa, but more of a controlled situation.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I've been run over by a freight train. My headache is like on a scale of 1 to 10, it's about a 12. But
So
I mean,
what happened this morning?
That's what really hurts is my head.
You got a headache.
Yeah.
Wonder if that's from the anesthesia.
Yeah, I don't know. Could also be that they had me flipped open too, and I got packing up in my goddamn nose. I'm bleeding like a mofo, and they said, "Oh well, bleeding's gonna be normal." I'm like, really? Because I feel like it's just like a faucet's turned on and it's red. So I get there about 20 after 9. I mean, I know my uncle. I'm like, pick me up at 9:15. The motherfucker was never in the military, but he had that military mentality.
Yeah.
Early is on time is late. So he comes rolling in about 5 to 9. I get to the hospital. I only got to be there until 9:45. We start rolling up into the hospital at about 20 after 9. I'm like, oh, fuck me. So I get there, and then, of course, they're not ready for me. Because why? I'm early. So I'm like, well, this is where you come pick me up. So, I mean, you can go ahead and take off and do what you need to do. Oh, my God. So he takes off. They roll me back in, or they take me in my little room. And there's this purple gown there. I'm like, ooh, my favorite color, purple.
A purple gown.
Yeah. And it's like this, it's got Velcro on the shoulders. And I'm like, first thing I did after she left the room is open it up and looked at it. I'm like, oh, okay. It's about time they make something big enough to fit a motherfucker. I'm like, no ass showing in this. And she's like, here's your wipes. You gotta wipe everything down. I'm like, oh, what do you mean wipe everything down? She knows you gotta wipe down your privates, your underarms. I said, oh, a whore bath, the pertinence. Got it. She says, don't wipe your face. I'm like, okay. So I take my little whore bath.
Especially don't wipe your face after you just wipe your privates with the same towel.
Right? So I take my little whore bath, and then I get dressed. And inside this gown that's made out of a really tough paper, there's this sheet of plastic. So I get there, and then I get up in the bed, and I start playing with my phone. And I take my mask off. She walks in. I'm like, well, fuck me. Put my mask back on. And she's asked me all kinds of questions. And then she leaves the room. I take my mask off. And 3 minutes later, she comes back in. I'm like, God, I got to put this motherfucker back on. She goes, no, don't worry about it. I'm like, oh, thank you, Jesus. So,
it's funny how of all the things to worry about today, you were worried about putting a mask on your face.
Yeah, seriously. So then she, I said, is there any way you can turn the heat on or the air on up in here? It is hotter than hell in this motherfucker. I said, Christ, I feel like I'm in an oven. I mean, put a fork in me. I am done. I'm well done. I'm cooked. And she's like, oh, okay, well, hang on. She hands me this hose. What the fuck is that? So I stick it down the collar of the dress there. I'm like, ooh, that's kind of nice. And she turns around and she goes, oh, you got it wrong. I'm like, what do you mean I got it wrong? So she takes it out and she plugs it into the dress. And then I blow up and I'm like, Violet, you're turning violet. I felt like the Violet from Willy Wonka. I mean, things just started blowing up. She goes, we should start to cool down now. I'm like, oh, I am. That's quite nice. And then she's like, all right, well, you know, they ask you your name and birthday. I don't know how many goddamn times.
Yeah. They all want to. They want to make sure they're talking to the right person.
Yeah. And then, of course, she's like, all right, well, I'm going to go get some medication for you, and we're going to start an IV. I said, well, if you're going into the hand, can you numb that thing up? She goes, oh, most definitely. I'm like, oh, thank you, Jesus. So she gave me that little bee sting, and then the IV went right in. I'm like, yay. I didn't even feel that, motherfucker. And she hooked me up with saline solution, and she brings me this little bag. I'm like, potassium? Why are you giving me potassium? She goes, oh, it's an antibiotic. I'm like, okay.
Okay,
So
whatever.
Yeah. And she gave me a pill. I'm like, well, what's this? She's like, oh, this is another antibiotic. I'm like, how many fucking antibiotics do I got to take here? I can't breathe worth shit.
Well, you're not supposed to breathe through your nose, right? Anyway, not that you can, but you're not supposed to.
I can a little bit, very, very little. I mean, I can get a little bit of air through there, but yeah, I'm not supposed to be doing much of anything. And I've already sneezed, and I felt the packing go. So, well,
I was gonna say I thought the packing shot across the room or something.
So I have this nasal spray that I got to stick up in there and keep the cotton moist.
Moist.
What's that word again? Moist. So it doesn't dry out.
Yeah.
So I've been very slowly and baby steppish. When I put the nasal spray up in there, I'm like, okay, we're going to push that packing back up there a little bit. Oh, yeah, I've been told don't blow my nose. Oh, and you don't know how badly I feel like I need to blow my nose. Oh, my God. I feel like there's just so much crap in my nose.
And there is.
That I'm spewing blood, and liquid, and I feel like an oil well at times. So then the nurse comes in. She goes, well, they're running about an hour behind. The case before you is quite extensive. I'm like, oh, fuck. You're telling a fat man that he's got to wait to eat now. First you tell a fat man he can eat. Now you're telling a fat man he's got to fucking wait. Mm-hmm. There's just things you don't tell a fat man. And when you say you can't eat, that's one of them. You just don't do that. That's uncouth. So then she leaves the room, and I'm watching Law and Order, and I'm playing my video or one of my games on my cell phone. And 5 minutes later, she comes in. She goes, all right, we got to start this medication. They're ready for you. I'm like, what? You just told me that I'm going to be here for another hour. Well, evidently it wasn't quite extensive as she was led to believe.
Okay.
So they took me in there. You're in room number 9. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I really care to know that. I mean, I walk in, and it's like so freaking bright. And I'm like, oh my God, turn the lights down. Holy shit, you just give me a headache by the brightness of these lights. So they turned the lights down for me. I'm like, oh, that's nice. And then they get me off of one table, put me on another table. The operating table is, it's about like 2 feet wide.
Yeah.
Okay, you're putting a fat man that's got an ass 76 inches wide, and you're putting it on a 2 foot wide table. Something not right here. And she's like, oh, this is a seat belt. This is going to keep you strapped down to the table. I said, what you going to do? Turn me upside down?
Seat belt.
Oh, yeah, it's going across my legs and everything. And then they put this mask on me, and they're like, breathe, breathe, breathe. And the anesthesiologist goes, well, I'm going to shoot some medicine in, and it's going to burn a little bit. I was like, okay, whatever. And it did burn. And then I'm like, wait a minute, is my ass supposed to be burning too? Because, my ass was stinging and burning. I'm like, what the fuck? You guys probing me already and I'm still awake? Goddamn aliens. So, I remember drifting off and actually falling asleep. And then, at some point, I woke up. I was alert. But I couldn't move anything. I couldn't talk because I had they incubated me.
Intubated, yep.
Yep, they incubated me so I could breathe, but I couldn't talk. And I'm like very conscious of what's going on. I could hear everything they were saying. And I'm sitting here, well, move something. I'm telling myself, move something, move an arm, move a foot, grunt, groan, do something. Because, they're talking about, all right, we're going to cut. And I'm like, wait, I'm still fucking awake. What are you talking about? We're gonna fucking cut. So, and my mind is like, move a finger, move a finger, move a finger, move an arm. Move fucking something.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, because it's like I don't want to feel this shit. And then next thing I knew, I was out like a light. And then I woke up in the recovery room, and I was only in recovery for 20 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah. And then they wheeled me back to my other room, and they're like, well, doctor said you can go home at 3 o'clock. I looked at the clock. I'm like, that's in an hour. I get to go home in an hour? Really? So, they give me all my discharge papers and everything, and then they're having an issue trying to get my blood pressure. It's like, oh my God, your blood pressure is too high. You shouldn't even be alive with this blood pressure. I mean, it's like you're Mount Vesuvio. And then they're like, well, let's get a different cuff. So they get a different cuff, and then my blood pressure is so low, she's like, you're dead.
Oh my God.
And it's like, they took my blood pressure, like, I don't know, 12 fucking times. And I'm like, just go back and get one of those little fucking bulb things like you did back in the 80s, and we'll be good. Oh, we don't have any of those. Excuse me? You don't have any old blood pressure cuffs? You don't have the shit that works?
Mm.
And they won't take your IV poured out until you got a decent blood pressure.
Yeah.
But
I thought they would have the old school blood pressure cuff
as a
backup. Yeah.
Yeah. No. They rely on this newfangled shit. New and improved. So, it's so great. Yeah, it ain't great. If it was great, you would have made that before you made the other one.
Right.
Oh, but, and I'm clogged up. I feel like I'm congested as all hell. My head is just like, oh my God, it feels like there's a knife stuck right here.
So you are congested, but it's with gauze.
Yeah. I'm congested, all right.
So then, when are they going to take that stuff out of your nose?
Friday at 9:45.
And then, allegedly, are you going to be able to breathe?
Supposedly, yes. But I'm still going to have some plastic splint in my nose. So I doubt I'll still be able to blow my nose.
Yeah.
I mean, I might be able to fly by with a farmer blow here and there.
Oh, so, yeah, somebody's asking, did you have to get butt naked like they said?
Oh, yeah. When she left me the wipe, she goes, well, are you wearing underwear and socks? And I'm like, socks, yes. She's like, okay, well, put your gown on and absolutely nothing on underneath the gown. It's like, why do we have to get naked? I mean, seriously. Y'all a bunch of perverts up in there or something? So, I'll tell you, Yasmin, the surgery itself is not bad. The recovery, which is what I'm going through now, sucks ass. But all I'm constantly thinking about is Friday. It's like, Friday. Cannot get here soon enough.
Yeah. So you were able to eat? What time did you actually finally get some food in you?
Well, they gave me Jell-O when I was there. So then they gave me a pain pill. And when I got home, I made cream of chicken noodle soup or cream of chicken soup with crackers because I just feel like I can't open my mouth wide enough, and the front of my upper teeth hurt like they took a hammer and beat them, which I didn't look and see if they chipped them because that's a possibility. So I didn't look and see if they chipped my teeth, but I don't think they did because it doesn't feel like they did.
That's what I had too tonight. I had cream of chicken.
Stay out of my head.
But I made it Greek style. I did chicken lemon soup.
Chicken lemon.
Yeah, you can lemon, or you can use lime as well. Squeeze like a half of lime into your soup once it's on your bowl. In your bowl.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, so good.
I guess that makes it gives it a different flavor.
Very good, very delicious. I got that from Greek restaurant in Chicago, the Athenian Room in the DePaul neighborhood. Oh my goodness, it's so good. Anyway,
yeah.
So you got your chicken soup.
Yeah, I got my chicken soup with crackers, saltines, and I have no pepper in the house, so I couldn't even pepper it. I salted it, but I couldn't pepper it. Every time I go to the grocery, I keep forgetting to buy fucking pepper.
That's all right. Today you didn't need pepper.
Well, I mean, I got red pepper, but you don't want red pepper in soup.
No.
Well, maybe tortilla soup.
So, how are you supposed to sleep? Sitting up? Not laying down yet, I imagine.
Well,
I mean, that's not going to help you. Or it's not going to feel good, maybe.
Yeah, they told me that I had to sleep elevated. And I've been drifting off here and there. And then I wake up because I'm breathing through my nose. And it's like, oh, you can't breathe. Wake the fuck up. So it's going to be interesting tonight to see how much sleep I actually fucking get. I have a feeling for the first 72 hours I'm not going to be sleeping a whole lot.
You got any pain in your nose over here besides the headache?
I mean, in the nose, not really. It's all the head, and my nostrils hurt because, well, they've been stretched.
Yeah.
But the nose itself, no, not really.
Man, too bad they couldn't take pictures of that. Would have been good. Would have been good. So anyway, all right. So you get home, you got your soup, and you're resting, or you're trying to relax right now for as best you can.
Yeah.
And so you go back Friday to get the. I wonder how many miles of bandages you have up your nose right now.
I know, right? It's that never-ending scarf from the magician.
Yeah. It's all packed in your nose.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully that comes out Friday without any issues. You guys can see it on YouTube somewhere. You can see what that looks like.
Yeah.
Find it.
There's one guy actually filmed the packing being pulled out of his nose. Not very graphic, and he said it felt funky. Didn't hurt, it just felt funky.
Looking for it right now. Not that you're excited to see it, but oh my goodness.
Oh, did you find it?
Well, it's this little girl in India, seems like. And her nose, look, they got a bandage all up. It looks all. Yeah, now they're going to remove. Let's see. Holy crap.
Oh, and I seen the I seen the Putty Cat flute player again this morning while I was sitting in the hospital, so I had to repost that, and I'm like, well, that just never gets old.
I don't know if I want to show this. This could be too graphic. Too. It's a little bloody.
Oh, the bandages are bloody.
Let me find a different one. Here, this kid's laughing.
Hey, Paige, Julie, Jessica. Oh, for those of you that contributed to my Save the Internet Fund, thank you very much. My uncle actually loaned me the final $63 that I needed to pay the internet bill, so I will have something to do for the 2 weeks that I'm recovering. And I'm sorry if you see like a bloody cloth here. You know, it's better than feeling blood drip down your face. It's like a.
So, are you supposed to remove that yourself and fill it up with fresh one, or you just got to leave what's in there, leave it until Friday?
I gotta leave what's in there until Friday, and every 3 hours I gotta stick a nasal spray up there, saline solution, and keep my gauze wet. Moist. Can't let it dry out.
Okay, you can say moist.
I'm like, Christ, for the fucking blood I got going on up in my nose. You think it'd stay moist by itself?
Right? Well, the plan is hopefully that packing stops the bleeding.
And then the packing is intended to keep your nasal passages open and stretched so they don't like shrink, and keep it from all the blood like draining out of your head.
So it's got nothing to do with stopping the bleeding.
Well, it's got something to do with it, but it's designed just to keep your nasal passages intact. Because I guess they rerouted those or moved them. I don't fucking know.
What is that called? You had this. Was that a septum? Plasty? No. What did you have done? What did we call it yesterday?
A rhinoplasty, but that's not what I had done.
No. Actually, you had a septum something.
Deviated septum repair. And
septoplasty.
And
septoplasty, surgical procedure to straighten the bone and cartilage dividing the space between your two nostrils.
Yeah.
When the septum is crooked, it's known as deviated. Okay, yeah. Septoplasty.
Septoplasty, yeah.
The bleeding is good. Is it? I suppose it is.
I'm not a fan of it.
Well, it's probably necessary. So
I feel like Adam Sandler, the way he's talking. He talks so nasally.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we should let you go so you can go and try to rest or try to doze off or whatever.
Yeah.
Did they scrape cavities and adenoids?
Yes, they did. They did do all that shit, Jessica. I don't know about the burning part, but I know they scraped the cavities and they bored them, made them a little bigger.
Armando says you're gonna love when that last huge snob scat comes out. It's gonna be, I can breathe. That'll be the best Christmas present ever.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to being able to breathe.
All right, well, we'll let you rest. Just wanted to do a short update, and I'm not feeling it myself, so I'm probably going to crash early today, 8:30, and it feels like it's 11 o'clock or midnight.
Yeah, I wish.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm glad everything turned out well. Seems like it did anyway. And
seems like it. Hopefully I'll feel better tomorrow. Hopefully this fucking headache will be gone tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm sure that will be. Now, what kind of meds are you taking? Antibiotics or anything? Did they give you anything at all?
Let's see. They gave me 400 milligrams ibuprofen, probably for the headache. Gave me Norco for pain. But like I said, I really don't feel a whole lot of pain in my nose. It's all in my head. But that may change tomorrow when some of the swelling goes down or starts to go down.
Yeah, it'll start to. You'll feel it. Little by little, the anesthesia wears out, right?
Yeah, because I'm sure I'm still a little groggy here and there.
Yeah. Well, get some rest, man, and we'll check in with you in a couple days. And if you're up for it, maybe Friday after they pull the snot out of your nose, you can. Dude, is somebody going to be with you for that? They got to videotape that. You got to record that.
Nobody is going to be with me, but I'll see if they'll let me record it.
Hey, we can even go live with it, if the doctor don't mind. Just saying, that's all. Think about it.
I'll think about it.
All right, everybody. There's Bam. Everything went well, and we'll check in a couple days. Probably on Friday after once he gets his plugs pulled out.
Yeah.
All right. Glad to hear it went well. So
thanks, guys.
All right. Everyone have a good night. Thanks for checking in with us, and we'll see you again in a couple days.
All right. Have a great night, guys. I'll see you Friday.
Good night, everybody.